checkbox not checked. Start virtual camera check. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
Okay, guys, so it looks like I'm streaming. I'm going to try to create a tutorial slash walkthrough of creating a starter kit for an Express app generated in TypeScript using next.js as the front end. So I'm going to do this from memory, so this could get interesting. Let me minimize the
Context menu. Leaving menus. Taskbar.
studio window here. I am blind, so you will hear my screen reader. Decided to record that too, so you can get a more realistic view of things. If you'd like to contact me, you can email me at westbchris@gmail.com. westbchris@gmail.com. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to open Visual Studio Code.
Search box setting. Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Document read only. Webhook.ts orders. Info. You have window.
At a project that I had worked on previously.
Context menu. Command center menu. Layout controls menu checked. Menu bar. Command center menu checked. Layout controls menu bar menu checked. 1 of 3. Leaving menus.
Alright, I'm going to open the terminal window here.
OBS30 webhook.ts OBS3 webhook.ts orders project Visual Studio PSC dev orders project PSC dev orders project.
Okay, so I'm going to go to my dev folder here.
PSC dev.
I'm going to make a new directory and I'm going to call it Express TS Starter for Express
REXE space RID.
Next Express TS Starter. There we go.
Directory C dev mode last write time links AMD4/12/2024 737A next Express TS Starter PSC dev.
I'm going to CD into that directory.
Set location cannot find path C dev next PS Starter because it does not exist. PSC dev.
Maybe I typed it in wrong. Let me try it again.
Set location can. Accessible not exist. Set locate PS not set PSD4/12/2024 7:37 a.m. Next Express TS Starter.
Oh, I called it Next Express TS Starter.
Terminal 1.
Next Express TS Starter.
PSC dev Next Express TS Starter.
Alright. So first thing we need to do is, well, I have node.js and npm installed. If you don't have those installed, then you need to install those. First thing we need to do is create a package.json file for our main app because we'll be installing a few packages in the main folder. npm init
space p
for npm init.
This utility will walk you through creating a package.json file. It only covers the most common items and tries to guess sensible defaults. See npm help init for definitive documentation on these fields and exactly what they do. Use npm install pkg afterwards to install a package and save it as a dependency in the package.json file. Press *C at any time to quit package name. Next Express TS Starter. Terminal 1. Node use Alt plus.
That works.
Version 1.0.0.
That works.
Description. Entry point, index.js.
I'm just hitting enter to type in the default.
Test command. Git repository. Keywords. Author.
I'm going to put myself as the author.
License, ISC. About to write to C, dev next Express TS Starter package.json, left brace name, next Express TS Starter, version 1.0.0, description, main, index. PSC, dev next Express TS Starter.
Okay, so now we have our main directory set up with a package.json file. So now I'm going to create my server. because that's going to be the hardest thing to do. So I'm going to cd, I'm going to make a directory called server.
Directory, C, dev next express TS starter mode last write time link AMD 4/12/2024 740 aim server PSC, dev next express TS starter.
cd into server.
PSC, dev next express TS starter server.
Do
MP and blank.
Do another init. I'm going to do -y this time. I think that just creates all the defaults.
Row to C, dev next express TS starter server package.json, left brace name, server, version, 1, 0.
There we go. Okay. Now, I need to install Express, TS node for running TypeScript, and NodeMon for running the server in development because it monitors for file changes and things like that. So I'm going to do npm install Express
XST.
TS node NodeMon. I don't think I need anything else.
/ideal tree, server.
See if it installed everything here.
Accessible found 0 vulnerable. Run npm fund for detail. 16 packages are added, 117 packages, and audited 118 packages in 5s. Notaman. PSC, dev next express TS starter server npm install express not added run and found
Okay,
0.
looks like everything got installed correctly. By the way, I'm hitting Alt for the blind people that might be watching this. I'm hitting Alt F2 to get the accessibility view for the terminal, which means I can just up and down arrow through the different lines, and it works great. And then I can just hit escape to get back into the actual terminal. Okay, so let's see, what do I need to do now? I need to do it, I need to install TypeScript. Let me do that. npm install TypeScript.
Ideal tree.
Make sure I didn't make a typo.
Accessible found 0 vulnerable. Run npm fund. 16 packages are looking for funding. Up to date. Audited 118. PSC. Dev next express TS starter server npm and terminal 1.
Okay, it already installed it. Okay, so I think I need to do, if I remember correctly, TSC init.
TSC. The term TSC is not recognized as a name of a lit function.
Oh, I need to do npx TSC init. That's right there.
Terminal 1, node use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessibility help. Error TS 6231, could not resolve the path init with the extensions .ts, .tsx, .d.ts, .cts, .d.
Maybe it's TS node init. I know there's an init that I need to run to get the TS config.json file.
Use the accessible buffer Alt plus F2 to manually review output. Use the accessible buffer Alt plus F2 to manually review output node. Internal /modules/cjs/loader. 1147 throw error, cannot find module /init requires stack. C.
Let me look up.
obs 301 webhook.tso obs 30 webhook.tso.
I know I did this before.
Search box. Google Chrome. Blank. Address in search bar edit.
I'm typing in how to initialize the TypeScript project from the command line into Google. Yay for live video recording.
How to initial alert. This site can access how. Accessibility link filters and top search results heading featured snippet from the web heading level 3 with TypeScript installed. You can initialize your TypeScript project by using the following command, npx tsc init. You can initialize your TypeScript prod by using the command called npx tsc space -nit.
Okay, so I forgot the dashes.
Webhook.ts orders project visuals.
Alright, let's try the npx tsc init.
Created a new tsconfig.json with TS target, S 2016 module, commands strict, true S module interop, true skip lib check, true force consistent casing and file names.
Okay. Now there's one thing that I need to change in here.
How to initialize a type obs 301 webhook.ts orders project Visual Studio Files Explorer tree view 2 server.ts 0 server client open 1 dots next closed 1 of 20 0
Let me open the
folder
project in Visual Studio. cdev node express
XEDON
next express ts starter.
Next Express TS starter. Files Explorer tree view. Client open. Document
There's
read
one
only.
thing I need to change in that
Files Explorer.
ts node or ts config.json. It's the output directory.
Server closed. Package.json.
So,
Server closed. 1. Package lock.json. Node modules closed. Package.json. Config.json. Welcome Next Express TS starter Visual Studio code. Left brace. Compiler options. Left brace. Find edit. Blank. // out here / star specify an output folder for all emitted files / 1 of 1 found for out dear config.json editor blank context menu copilot menu submenu collapsed 1 of 11 file 1 of 7 file 1 of 7 leaving menus config.json how to initiate config.json next express ts starter Visual Studio code document read only Files Explorer 0 package 1 config.json next express ts / out file / out here /
okay, there we go. So now I need to uncomment out that out directory, which is the output directory for all the files that TypeScript compiles in the JavaScript.
/
So I'm going to uncomment that out.
out dear quote period / space quote period / quote.
And the default is the root directory. I'm going to call it dist for, and I'm going to check and make sure there's no problem.
No problems have been detected in the config.
Very good. And I'm going to save
format.
it. It's going to format it for me. Alright, so what else do I need? I need to look in my
Files Explorer
package
0 package.json 2 1 config.package.json package lock.json package.json editor blank.
I'm in the package.json under server. I need to create my build script and my start script.
Name, server, version, description, main, scripts, test, echo error, right brace. Test, echo error, blank, quote, blank. Error. Start, Notaman exec ts node src / index.ts, inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2.
That looks good.
Accessible view, package.json, editor, blank. Right brace, comma. Start, Notaman exec ts node src / index quote, star quote, Notaman, dash, exec, ts, dash, node, src.
Actually, that's not what I want. I want
node, the exec, dash, Notaman, dash, exec, ts, dash, node.
Yeah, I guess that is what I want, because it's one of your node
blank, quote, blank.
Okay.
Build, TSC, inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2.
Good.
Accessible view, package.json, editor.
So now I have a start script, a build script.
Quote, blank. Quote, C, quote, blank. Dev, Notaman exec ts node src / index.ts, inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2. Accessible view, package.json, editor, blank, right brace, comma. Dev, Notaman exec ts node src / index.ts, build, TSC. Start, Notaman exec ts node src / index.ts.
Actually, my start script, I don't want it to run the TS folder. I want it to run the compiled output. So I want it to run
quote, stop, quote, Notaman. Not a min exec ts
Get
node
rid of that
src
here.
slash index m quote blank error. So no node 1 of 2 node 1 of 2 package.json editor blank error. Description 1 of 1 error. Package.json editor. So src package.json edit index package js 1 of 1 error package.json.
I believe that should work. I just did start node dist/ssc/index.js, because what TypeScript is going to do when I build the project, it's going to compile everything into the .dist folder, and then my start script is going to start the compiled JavaScript but the dev script is going to run the TypeScript, so that when I make a change to the TypeScript, it'll restart the server and all that stuff. Okay, so I think that's right. Now we need to actually create the server. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to
Files Explorer tree view 0 server open 1 of 2.
I'm going to create a new folder and call it src for source.
Context menu. New folder new file new folder leaving menus. Files Explorer tree view. C dev next express ts starter server. Type file name. Press enter to confirm or escape. 1 src closed. Selected. Open.
I'm going to create an index.js file.
Context menu. New folder new file leaving menus. Files Explorer tree view. Index.ts editor blank blank.
Now I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to type a comment in here that says create a
Express app
an Express app, and see what Copilot does for me.
const app equals express inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2. Accessible view index.ts semicolon blank // add middleware inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2. // add a simple root inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2. // path server /src index.ts inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2 blank blank const app equals x blank.
Oh, I
Const
wasn't
app equals
actually
blank
putting that in.
blank
Okay.
blank
I don't know
const
what
app equals blank // add a simple root inspects us in the accessible view index.t blank.
Add a simple root. That's what we want.
app.get /rec res equals left brace res.json left brace message hello world right brace inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2. Accessible view index.ts editor showing 3 problems tree view error cannot find name express at line 2 and character 13 generated by t error parameter rec implicitly has an any type of error.
Okay, so
index.ts
it didn't do the import
// creator
So let's
error blank
do import.
suggest list box if implements 1 error import 1 of 46 rt express from express inspects us in the accessible view alt plus F2 error. Accessible view explore index.ts editor blank import express from express from space error. Suggest list box ref index.ts editor blank qer suggest list box ref index.ts editor blank.
I think I need to install the types for Node and Express too. So let me do that.
Terminal 1 use warning PowerShell detected that you
npm install types/express types/node
/id error.
Let me see
Accessible
what
view
happened.
found 0 vulnerability added 12 packages psc dev next express ts starter npm install at types/express at types/node added found psc found 0 vulnerabilities.
Okay, so
Terminal 1 pwsh user plus f enter
now
terminal
let's see what happens.
index.ts editor blank I express comma left rec error left brace r error e key right space right brace q right brace error. Suggest list box. Request. 1 of 5. Error. Index.ts. Request. Left brace. R-E-Q-U-E-S-T. Right brace. Suggest list box. Raw. Request. Response. 1 of 7. Error. Index.ts. E. Right F R O M E P R E S S semicolon. / create an express app. Const app equals express. Blank. / add a simple root. app.get / rec res equals left brace. No problems have been detected in the workspace. Index.ts. Res.json left brace message. Hello right brace. Semicolon blank. Start the Express server. Inspects us in the accessible view Alt plus F2.
Start the Express
Accessible
server.
view. Index.ts.
I love Copilot.
R blank. App.listen 3000 equals left brace console.log server started on HTTP / localhost 3000 feet right brace inspects us in the accessible view Alt plus F2.
And I am going to accept that.
Accessible view Explorer index.ts.
But I'm going to change the port. It says app.listen 3000. I'm going to change the port to 3001 because Node.js listens on 3000 in development. So next.js listens on 3000 in development. So
right brace blank. Console.log server started on HT app.listen 3 a period list left print 3000 left 3000 comma 0 1 left equal great left brace left cons period log left serve start on h / local 3000 apostrophe 0 1 upon right sem blank right brace right print semicolon blank. Format. No problems have been index.ts. Editor.
Okay, now I'm going to see if I can start the server.
Terminal 1, PWSH use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessibility help edit.
So
Blank.
I'm going to do npm run dev.
New node. npm error. Missing script. Dev npm error npm error. To see a list of scripts, run, npm error npm run npm error. A complete log of this run can be found in Terminal 1, PWSH use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessible debug 0.log PSC, dev next express TS starter.
Oh, I'm in the wrong directory.
Terminal 1,
Okay. I'm going to cd into server.
PSC, dev next express TS starter server.
Now I'm going to do npm run dev. Now it should work.
Terminal 1, node use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessibility help. Server at 1, 0, 0 dev nodamen exec ts node src / index.ts nodamen 3, 1, 0 nodamen to restart at any time. Enter rs nodamen watching path s, ** nodamen watching extensions, ts, sin nodamen starting ts node src / index.ts. Server at 1, 0, 0 dev nodamen exec ts node src / index.ts nodamen 3, 1, 0.
Alright, let me
Accessible view.
we get a listing message in the console.
Nodamen starting TS server started on HTTP / localhost 3001.
Very good. Okay, now if I open
Terminal
a web
1,
browser,
node use Alt plus. How to initialize a TypeScript project from the command line Google search Google Chrome. Address and search bar.
localhost 3001.
Error Google Chrome. Error. No links. Error cannot get /history /27.
Oops.
Localhost 3000L 3001 /history /h history blank blank. Localhost 3001 Google Chrome. Left brace message. Hello world right brace. Left
There we
brace.
go. There's our root. So our server has been created. Yay. Okay. Now
Index.ts next express TS starter.
comes the easy part.
Index.ts editor blank. Terminal 1 node use Alt.
I'm going to cd
Index.ts next express TS starter Visual Studio Code application. Accessible view server started on HTTP cd / cd terminal 1.
Oh, I can't do that with the server running.
Terminate
I'm
batch
gonna
job
end the server.
PSC dev next express TS starter server. Terminal 1 PWSH use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessibility.
I'm gonna back into my main root directory.
PSC dev next express TS starter.
I'm going to make a client directory. I'm going to make a mkdir client.
Directory C
cd into client.
PSC, dev next express
npx create next app, which is what I'm going to do here.
Need to install the following packages. Create next app at 1420 OK to proceed. Y. Ideal tree FE 22998 F9 BF2 SIL ideal tree build depths ideal tree FE 22998 F9 BF2 SIL ideal tree build depths ideal tree FE 22998 F9 BF2 SIL.
Alright. I just hit Control key to silence JAWS because I would read that forever.
Accessible view.
Let's see what it's got
Okay
here.
to proceed. YY. Create next app at 1420. Need to install the following package. Create. Okay. Question mark. What question mark? What is your project named? My app.
Actually, I'm gonna abort this because I think I need to do this from the root directory because it's gonna create a subdirectory for my project name. So I'm going
Terminal
to
1. No.
abort
Terminal
this
1.
command,
PWSH.
go back into my root directory for the
PSC. Dev
starter.
next express TS starter.
Now I'm gonna do npx create next app.
npm errcode E404 npm.
Create next app.
Question mark. What is your project named? My app.
The client.
Question mark. What is your project named? CL. What is your project named? CLI. What is your project named? CLI. What? Square root. What is your project name? Client. Square root. What is your project name? Client. Would you like to use TypeScript? No / yes. Terminal bell. Question mark. Would you like to use TypeScript? No / yes.
I think I have it on yes now. Let me see if it.
Accessible view. Square root. What is your project name? Question mark. Would you like to use would you lot to you question right double angle bracket space NO space / Y E S /. Terminal 1. Node use Alt plus F1 for terminal P blank question mark. Would you like to use TypeScript? No / yes. Accessible square root. What is your question mark? Would you like to use TypeScript? No / yes / yes blank yes / no. Right double angle bracket. No / yes.
I can't
Terminal
tell
1.
which option is selected here.
Question mark. Would you like to use TypeScript? No / yes.
I think I'm on yes now. Let me hit on here.
Square
We'll
root.
find
Would you like
out.
to use TypeScript ? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use TypeScript ? No / yes. Would you like to use ESLint? No / yes.
Yes, I would.
Square root. Would you like to use ESLint ? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use ESLint ? No / yes. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS ? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS ? No / yes. Would you like to use src / directory? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use src / directory ? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use src / directory ? No / yes. Would you like to use app router recommended? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use app router recommended ? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to use app router recommended ? No / yes. Would you like to customize the default import alias at /*? No / yes. Square root. Would you like to customize the default
I'm
import
just gonna
alias at
enter the default.
/*? No / yes. Use the accessible buffer Alt plus F2 to manually review output. Square root. Would you like to customize the default import alias at / accessible ESLint config next number ESLint tailwinds posts at types / react DOM at types / TypeScript installing dev dependencies next install types at post tail ESLint found 0 editor blank initialized a git repository. Success. Created client at C. Dev next express TS starter client. Success. Created client at terminal 1. PWS.
Okay. So let me cd into client here.
PSC. Dev next express TS starter client.
Let me do npm run dev just to make sure it's working.
Terminal 1, node use Alt plus F1 for terminal accessibility help. Client at 0, 1, 0 dev next step black up pointing triangle next.js 1 4, 2, 0 local, http, / localhost, 3000 checkmark starting to ... Client at 0, 1, 0 dev next step black up pointing triangle next.js 1 4, 2, 0 local, http, / localhost, 3000 checkmark starting to ... checkmark ready in 2.5s.
That looks good.
Localhost, 3001 Google.
Let me
Address and search bar blank 1. Blank.
bring up the localhost.
/ budget /
3000.
read / b / budget / blank.
See
Blank.
what happens.
One
here.
region, one heading and one link. Heading level 1 build error failed to compile next.js 14.2.0. Link app layout.tsx. An error occurred in next/font. Error unsupported ISM URL scheme. Only URLs with a scheme in, file, data, and node are supported by the default ISM loader. On Windows, absolute paths must be valid file, / URLs. Received protocol C, at throw if unsupported URL scheme node, internal / modules / ISM / load. 239 hours load :
Okay, that wasn't expected.
Address and search bar edit. Localhost 3000. L.
I'll put an HTTP in front of it. Maybe it wants that.
One region, one heading and one link. Heading level 1 build error failed to compile next.js 4. Index.ts next express ts.
See what it says in my console.
Index.ts. Editor. Blank. Terminal 1. Node use Alt plus F1 for accessible at module loader .get node at module at no at node at mod at apps date error and vector or cross product app layout.tsx. An error occurred in next/font. Vector get /520 milliseconds. Get /502 get /budget /re /2000 add async module loader .import node internal / get /520 vector or cross product app layout.tsx. An error occurred in next/font. Vector or cross product app layout.tsx. An error occurred in next/font. Error unsupported ISM URL scheme. Only URLs with a scheme in, file, data, and node are supported by the default ISM loader on Windows. Absolute paths must be valid file, / URLs received protocol C.
I've never seen this before. This is interesting. Off to Google I go, I suppose.
Data, an error occurred in next/font. Vector or cross product app layout.tsx. Vector or cross product. Space, A. App layout.ts. An error occurred. In next/font, error ISM URL scheme, only URLs with a scheme in, file, data, and node are supported by the default ISM loader. On Windows, absolute path is mu. Street be valid file, / URLs received protocol C, at throw if unce. At throw if unce. Loot paths must be valid file, / loot path must be val file.
Alright.
Localhost 3000 Google Chrome. Next.js 1 4 link app layout.tsx. Address and search bar edit. App layout.alert. This site can access app layout accessible filters and search result. Could anyone help me with my problem? r/next heading level 3 link 20 above this result it tells me an error occurred in next/font. Error unsupported ISM URL scheme. Only URLs with a scheme in. Could anyone help me with my app layout.tsx? An error occurred in next. Could anyone help me with my problem? Same. Could anyone navigate visit current remove? Could anyone help me with link open chat link create post open inbox button? Could anyone help me? Link when I it tell error unsupported. It tells me an error when I try to npm run dep. It tell error pads at throw if uns at default load at module load at number at vector link up vote toggle 7 down 30 share article link C blank link graphic at link use link promote open user action link graph link dis link a dot link sign article add a comment sort by sort groups metadata link bullet link third link create next app. I'm experiencing the same and recently created an issue for this on GitHub. Link create next app. Build an error using next app v14.2 error unsupported ISM URL schemish toggle comment thread up vote talk 4 down vote reply share but open user app group start metadata for link collab bullet link after link https /github.com/versal/next.js/issues /63359 number ISO comment 2003849511. I think the workaround for now would be to rename posts.config.mjs to posts.config.cjs and then change the export from export default config 2. Module.exports equals config. Works fine as a temporary solution. Toggle comment thread button expanded. Upvote toggle 5. Downvote reply button. Share button. Open user act group start metadata for revolutionary code. Link collapse bullet. Link 9H ago. This is awesome, thank you. Upvote 1. Downvote reply share open use group and thread group start thread metadata for several link collapse bullet. Link 8 well why temporary. Upvote toggle button. Well why temporary. Upvote 1. Downvote share open groups metadata link collapse bullet. Link 6 thanks it's working, but do we need to do every time or is it problem with next.js new version? Toggle upvote 1. Downvote reply share open groups metadata for link collapse bullet. Link 6 until it's fixed. I think it's the workaround for now. Yes, the issue is within next.js 14.2. Upvote toggle 1. Down reply share open user group and thread group start metadata for server link collapse bullet. Link 5. This worked for me. Upvote toggle button. This worked for me.
Okay, so let's
link bullet link meta group share downvote 1 up and links link meta group open share down 1 up toggle thanks it's link 6 bullet link meta group open share reply down 1 up well link 8 bullet link metadata group start thread group and thread open user action share but reply downvote 1 up this is awesome thank you. Link bullet link meta group open share reply downvote tog 5 upvote toggle works fine as a temporary solution. Module.exports equal to export default config. And then change the export from. I think the workaround for now would be to rename postx.config.mjs to postx.config.cjs. Index.ts next express ts starter Visual Studio Code. Index files explore 1 src open 2 of 5.
I'm going to do what they said in the
closed 0 server open close package lock node modules close client closed 1 next closed app closed 2 fabrican.ico 1 of 4. globals.layout.t page.ts 1 node modules closed public closed .slindric.ignore next env next.config package lock.json postx.config.mjs index.ts next xp period config period mjs period m mike j c postx.config.cjs postx.config.cj const config equals left brace plugins left brace tailwinds left brace right brace blank export default config. Could anyone help me with my problem? Edit placeholder search in r/next.js. Virtual PC. Could anyone help? Open chat link create.
I lost my place.
JAWS find dialog. I think the workaround for now would be to rename postx.conf and then change the x from graph default. Graph export default conf 2. Graph module period. Graph mod period x equal config semicolon equal export period. Graph module. Period exports XPORTS space.
Okay.
Postx.
So I want you to change it to
blank export default config. Blank export default config e export default config blank module.exports equals config inspects us in the accessible view postx. Semicolon blank showing one problems tree view error parsing error cannot find module next/babel require stack c dev next express ts starter client node modules next is compiled babel bundle.jsc dev next express ts starter client node modules next is compiled babel slint parser.jsc dev next express ts starter client node 0 1 problems in file postx.config.cjs of folder client open selected 1.
All right, now let's try it again here.
Could anyone help me with my problem? r/link app layout.tsx blank 1 region 1 heading and 1 link heading level 1 build error failed to compile next.js 14.2.0 link app layout.tsx an error occurred in next/font error unsupported ISM URL scheme only URLs with a scheme in file data and node are supported by the default ISM loader postx.config.cjs next express terminal 1 node use alt plus f accessible add async module loader dot imp at absolute data error unsupported ISM URLs an error occurred in next terminal 1 node
on the server here, see if that helps.
terminal 1 node use alt plus f access add async module loader terminal 1 node use terminate batch job y slam psc dev client at 0, 1, 0 dev next dev, client at 0, 1, 0 dev next dev black up pointing triangle next.js 1 4, 2, 0 local, http, / localhost, 3000 check mark starting to ... client at 0, 1, 0 dev next dev black up pointing triangle next.js 1 4, 2, 0 local, http, / localhost, 3000 check mark starting to ... check mark ready in 2.7s, client at 0, 1, 0 dev next dev. Create next app. Create next app.
Hey, there we go.
Main get started by editing app /page.tsx.
Okay, so I've created my starter. Now I can just go ahead and edit the page.tsx file. And I'm good to go. So hopefully this video actually worked. I know the last video I tried to create, you couldn't see my screen. So hopefully you can see me and my screen now. Let me know in the comments if you find it useful. If you want, like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, you can always email me or make a note in the comments, and I'll see it. Have a great day.
Post obs 301, start recording check, stop streaming check, not checked, stop.